Give me one big move you think the Niners are going to make in free agency, or should. Crystal.
The move after today that broke just a few hours before our show started. I wish the 49ers would go get Darius Slay.
Darius Slay. Yeah, yes. Right. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a hell of a player. The Eagles don't want him. Maybe they'd pay part of his salary to put him over here. That's a good one.
Hey, speaking of which, I have one quick question on Darius Slay. Let me get you guys' opinion on something. You know about the rift that him and Matt Patricia had, right? You know, Philly was interested in bringing in Matt Patricia on their staff. So isn't that weird that when they were talking about bringing him in and having talks about bringing him in on their staff, now all of a sudden Darius Slay wants out of there, and now this has came up and they're talking about this or whatever. Like I tried to tell people,
I hadn't put two and two together on that one, but I think you're 100% right. 100%.
They never made up.
No, absolutely not. No, I think you'll hate him for life, kind of the way Richard Sherman hates Jim Harbaugh for life.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
Remember, Jim Harbaugh is the reason that Richard Sherman plays defense. Yep. You don't know that. But Richard Sherman was at Stanford playing wide receiver. I think he shut himself down with a knee injury, and Harbaugh flipped out and said, "You'll never play offense for me again. Exactly. You're a corner now." So he went and played corner, and I think he kicked Harbaugh's offense's ass every day in spring practice, just every freaking day. Like, what? How you like me now, Jim? Anyway, good for Richard. Who's next? Steph.
I'm going to go with Jesse Bates. I feel like that would be a great option. I mean, as far as everything that, Bengals fans and also just like some of those players say about him, it seems like he's a great locker room guy. And I'm pretty sure Burrow said that, none of what we built would have been possible without him. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But that's a big ringing endorsement for a guy like Jesse Bates. And so I think
why were the Bengals so good against the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes the last few years? Maybe it's because they have a serious playmaker at free safety.
Exactly.
There we go.
Helps.
So
he's going down the field.
And the 49ers, I think are at a point where, you need those kind of playmakers. And let's be honest, if you want to win a Super Bowl in the next decade, you're going to have to be able to beat the Chiefs, right? And so having good guys on the back end, especially with Steve Wilkes, he's going to be playing a lot of single high. So having someone who can take on that responsibility, a guy like him, I think would go a long way.
I'm going to give you a couple too. Maybe that they're not our biggest needs, but just that I want selfishly. CJ Gardner-Johnson and Javon Hargrave.
Oh, weaken the rival. That's always a good strategy.
Just because I just think, like I said, those might not just be our biggest needs, but I just want them. I've been wanting those two guys. So the selfish me wants them.
Yep.
I like those picks. I'm going to go offense. I think the Niners are going to sign a center. And it's not going to be super exciting, but I think they're going to sign Garrett Bradbury, who was with the Vikings. And I think it's going to be kind of like the Weston Richburg signing from 5 years ago. You're going to be like, I've heard of that guy. He's pretty good. And then Kyle's going to be like, yeah, but he's a good athlete. And in my system, he's going to be great. And they gave Richburg a 5-year deal. He retired after 3. Then they kind of made do with Alex Mack for a year and Jake Brendel for a year. But the plan was to have Richburg for 5. So maybe the Niners feel like, let's give another center a 5-year deal. Although probably Jesse Bates is a way better player than Garrett Bradbury.
He was actually, Steph, that was mine up until this news was Slay. I was like, hold on a second.
I was like, skirt!